Hello and welcome to ERi-TV Evening News. I am Salim Brahana. The following are top stories for this evening. General Auditors 5-year strategy plan discussed forum. 36th anniversary of demise of NATO is observed. Canada freezes on new arm export permit to Israel. In Papua New Guinea, floods landslide leave at least 23 dead. The General Auditor's Office held a discussion forum today, 21st March, at the Ismara Municipality Hall to deliberate on the strategic plan for the period 2024-2028. The event saw participation from representatives of stakeholders and government institutions. During the meeting, Mr. Emmanuel Issa, Head of Audit Information System and Information Technology Administration, provided a comprehensive briefing on the strategic plan's mission, goals, objectives, and expected outcomes. Mr. Emmanuel highlighted that a 5-year strategic plan focused on ensuring transparent and accountable policy implementation, enhancing institutional and administrative capacities, providing sustainable capacity building training programs, and strengthening the standard auditing system and services. Mr. Gebrexiabiher Gebremedhin, Eritrea's Auditor General, spoke about the importance of strategic planning in enhancing the work efficiency of institutions. He noted that the new 5-year strategic plan is part of an ongoing effort to improve institutional performances. Furthermore, Mr. Gebrexiabiher called on all partners to actively participate in the implementation of the strategic plan, emphasizing the collective effort required for its success. The Office of the Auditor General, established in May 1992 by Proclamation No. 23/1992 and further defined by Legal Notice 14/1993, is tasked with auditing or facilitating audits of all government institutions, parastatals, and state-owned enterprises. The town of Af'abat vibrantly commemorated the 36th anniversary of the demise of NATO and the liberation of Af'abat on 19th of March, marking the occasion with great patriotic enthusiasm. The commemoration was distinguished by military and public parades along with placards that celebrated the heroic feat demonstrated during the offensive. The event also featured a variety of cultural and artistic programs, adding to the solemnity and festivity of the occasion. Prominent attendees include Mrs. Asmaret Abraha, Governor of the Northern Red Sea region, Mr. Rezene Adonai, Secretary of PFDJ in the region, Army commanders, and numerous residents of Af'abat. Mr. Ahmed Mohammed Nur Rajib, Administrator of the Af'abat Sab Zone, remarked on the significance of this year's anniversary, highlighting that it comes at a time when the Eritrean people have ensured national sovereignty, stability, and unity, and are deeply engaged in national development initiatives. Speaking at the event, Mrs. Asmaret Abraha reflected on the historical impact of NADO's fall 36 years ago. She emphasized how this pivotal moment boosted the morale of Eritrean people, hastened the decline of the colonizing forces, and signaled the imminent full independence of the country. It's noteworthy that the Eritrean People's Liberation Front, EPLF, executed a swift offensive from 17th to 19th of March 1988 at the Nafa front, during which the Derg's formidable NATO command, consisting of 20,000 soldiers and equipped with sophisticated military hardware, was decisively annihilated. A comprehensive 3-month vocational training program has been successfully completed by 171 students and workers in the Adaliyah Sab Zone, marking a significant stride in skill development and capacity building in the Sab Zone. The training, which concluded on 14th of March, covered a diverse range of skills including video camera operation, installation and maintenance of water pipelines, and various aspects of social science. Mr. Ibrahim Barole, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the Sab Zone, emphasized the wide-range nature of the vocational training provided. Mr. Abtai Tezfazgi, the administrator of the Sab Zone, highlighted the importance of such training programs in enhancing the overall capabilities of the youth. He encouraged the trainees to apply their newly acquired skills in practice, aiming to set a positive example for their peers and contribute effectively to their communities. In the same vein, residents from 4 villages within the Ma'alawiya administrative area in Adli Sab Zone have embarked on extensive soil and water conservation activities. These community-led activities further underscore the region's commitment to sustainable development and environmental stewardship. Those were local news updates. Do stay with us for more. Canada has not approved new arms export permit to Israel since January 8th, and the freeze will continue until Ottawa can ensure the weapons are used in accordance with the Canadian law, the government statement said yesterday. Export permits that were approved before January 8th remain in effect, the Office of Foreign Minister Melanie Joly said in an emailed statement. The political survival of Canada's minority Liberal government depends on support from the left-leaning New Democrats who are calling for the tougher line with Israel over the Gaza conflict. According to a statement, Canadian law bars the export of weapons if they could be used in a serious violation of international humanitarian law or serious acts of violence against women and children. Ottawa must also consider whether the arm would contribute to peace and security or undermine it. Canada's parliament passed a non-binding motion on Monday on the Gaza conflict, which called on the government to cease the further authorization and transfer of arms exports to Israel. The issue is causing divisions inside the Liberal Party caucus of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. 3 of his legislators voted against the motion, and one of them said he was mulling his future inside the party. Earlier this month, pro-Palestinian and human rights advocates filed a lawsuit to stop Ottawa allowing the export of military goods and technology to Israel. At least 23 people have been killed as torrential rain and king tides washed away roads, homes, and food gardens in Papua New Guinea's highland and coastal regions. The dead include a mother and her child died in landslide in the highlands province of Chimbu, Lucette Teman. This is according to the acting director for National Disaster Center. Coastal communities in the Gulf province south of Chimbu were also inundated. King tides flooded the coastal village of Leskavora, causing extensive damage to food gardens and contaminating freshwater source. The country's public broadcaster, the National Broadcasting Corporation, reported yesterday. Community members have since discussed potential options for relocating the village and report added. Heavy flooding also spread on the highland province of Inga, and more than 100 women and children had taken refuge in a village following nearby tribal warfare. Before we go, we have a quick recap of the top stories. General Auditors 5-year strategy plan discussion forum. 36th anniversary of demise of NATO is observed. Canada freezes on new arms export permit to Israel. Papua New Guinea floods, landslides leave at least 23 people dead. And that wraps up our news broadcast for this evening. Thank you for being with us.